Yes, 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 man. What is going on? What's going on? Let's pause that. I love that song. Big move out of Google today. Big move out of Google, man. Let's see what's going on with Google. Currently, TQ in a day trade. Couple fake. We were just talking about this in Discord right before I came on. You can't get faked out by this. If you see that and you know the money flow, you might jump the gun. You always want to wait for confirmation, whether it be on a daily, whether it be on a 1 minute. This is a 1 minute. So what was the next bar? It went up. So if you'd have got busted out, you missed it. And then it ran up. What? Same thing. Dropped down. That looks big, man. Wait on that confirmation. And then look, next bar heads up. So still in this trade, even though some people may have got knocked out. And each time it does this, it gets a little bit weaker, by the way. Appreciate the badge, Lisa. Let's see. Made 3K today on my paper trades. Very cool. Very cool. Let's check out Google. That was the big move here, was out of Google. We've been trading this now in our buy and holds. You should be in the green now. If you remember back, I don't know, we got, as it is, you probably noticed, if you trade with me in the buy and hold, I tend to be a little early, meaning we catch that first stage one. A lot of times it's not the only stage one. When you get a stock, it gets beat up, it tends to go in a series and tends to stair step down. And I don't too much mind that. I'll establish a position and then I'll buy another one on the next stage one. Let's back it up. So when we first, I'm not even on Google right now, am I? No, I'm on, here, let's pull up the regular Google chart. For trading, though, we don't use regular Google. We use the Goog-Ggll, okay? That's more tradable because it's smaller and it's leveraged. It's 1.5. There's a whole series of these. If you remember, it was around right in here when we added it to our buy and hold portfolio. I don't carry many stocks in the buy and hold. There's a few. Uber, Facebook. I have a little Lyft, and there's Google, Salesforce. They don't pay a dividend. I don't carry many. Out of the 88 something stocks, I think like 4 or 5 don't pay a dividend. Now, a few used to pay a dividend and don't, but they will probably bring it back. So if you remember, on this on a weekly chart, this is back, I want to say, yeah, I think it was in April. I don't know. Last year. So it's been over a year. We've been underwater the entire year we've owned it in our buy and holds because it immediately went down. If you're like me, we added on the next stage one, and then we added on the next one. Now we're up, and we're back to where we originally got in. But guess what? I'm up. I got more than I had up here. So very cool. But as far as trading, we need our timing to be a little bit better, man. So in our timing on our trades, we've been in the GGLL. Now in trading, you're going to move in and out. But we've had 2 good money flow runs here. Perfect stage one. I mean, there was actually 3, but let's just go back 2. Perfect stage 1 buy, right? That's the pattern. Stage 4 decline, downhill. There's our breakout, right? That's this right here, man. That's this. Now, here's TQ on a 1 minute chart, man. 1 minute chart. What do you see? Stage 1 right here. Right here. So that candle was our stage 1 buy. So we got our anchor point. We got price moving up. We're above the 5. And it's a little funky here in that the sideweight action was a little higher. But right in here was our buy zone. Here's our breakout, right? And then what? We proceeded to run. We started taking the trade down over here. This is a day trade, so we're not going to take this home. Right? And then we started what? Building out this stage 3. Now, this is exactly this. Somebody in Discord was saying he figured out a cheat code. It can be, man. It can be. But in trading, we did this. So our last trade in Goog-Ggll. And Goog-Ggll's one of those ones where if you'd have got in there, you definitely are taking it down here, right? The RSI goes extreme. You might take as much as half off. Let it come in. Put that shit back on here. You're going to have a much higher return doing that, taking half off into the sell-off to put it back on cheaper. Look at the difference right there, right? And then we start riding it up. If you remember, we were taking some off. I think it was right around in there. We can go look at the trading log. On page 4 of the trading log, you can see it. And then what? Well, we're going to hold that position. Now, we could have added more here. Could have added to the trade. I personally did not. But now it runs, so now I'm taking down more. Why? RSI is 70. So I'm going to assume, like over here, that now we're going to start going sideways. We might not, so I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. That's why I'm not closing out the trade. I'm going to trim some. Now, what I'm doing is trimming some, maybe 10, 20%. And then I'm going to roll that. What I was saying, if you're in the MFG, I texted you this morning what I was doing. We talked about it in Discord. Oh, let's get this in live time. Hold on. See that stage 3? So watch this. This is real time, 1 minute chart, right? Resistance, resistance, resistance. So that line is holding, man. If we break through that, we could run more. So I'm down to 600 shares, I think. Let me see. Anybody listening? Yeah, 600 shares. And so we've trimmed 400 off as we've gone up. And we talked about how to avoid these fake outs. That these were fake outs. You got to wait for the confirmation. Big sell-off. You might think, well, that's a stage 4 decline. Not yet. Confirmation, next bar. And it says, no, it's not. So you can't get faked out on these, man. And so the way you avoid getting faked out is just create rules for yourself. Otherwise, you'll get emotional and get faked out, man. So here's what I rolled it into, my Tesla position, which is TSLL, which is the 1.5 leverage Tesla. Now, we rode this up. If you remember, go check the trading log, caught the absolute bottom. We actually called an audible, if you remember that day, and we bought this. And then the next day, we bought this. And we rode it all the way up. And our target was previous high, which was somewhere right around in there. And then we took a little more off because of the RSI. So we went to half position. The exact same thing here is this, what we're seeing here in real time. Now look, it went down and we got a confirmation that it's going lower. I'm going to give this just a little bit because of this support right here. And that's a combination of the money flow. It's stage 4 decline, the moving averages, and support and resistance. So we can start to read this and make a logical decision. I got my finger on the trigger, by the way. Pow, pow, finger on the trigger. Shooters. Oh, now we're out. It'll probably come right back. That's all right. I'm live. I don't need to stay here and watch it. Keep your eye on it, money flow gang. It might come right back. That was a $200-something run, though. I'll take it. And down we go. So what's up now? Stage 4 decline. So what are we going to do? We're going to wait on this thing to set up. And I don't know where it's going, but something tells me, a little birdie in my head, it's probably right around in there. And that would be the money flow, right? That's this. So we're going to wait for this little setup, man. So let me clean this up, and we'll go back to what we were doing. I'll let this... Let me clean all that up. Go back to the 1 minute. All right, so down it goes. Everybody should be out. If you're in the live trading room with me right now, you should be out of your TQ position. Should have been out about 30, 40 seconds ago. So we'll let that set up. Anyway, I rolled profits on that to Tesla. And we actually added on this stage 1 too, but it didn't get going. And so now we're adding on this one. I've got a pretty decent size in this TSLL. So I put it in this, there's a new Tesla product out You might go check it out. It's TSLY. Now, this trades as synthetic covered calls, okay? Means this is a fucking derivative, okay? This is not your mama's ETF. There's risk in this. These guys are doing some shit in the background. They're selling synthetic covered calls to generate income against their Tesla positions. And so they have money in Tesla and some treasury bills, and they're selling covered calls, and they're taking the premium profits that they rent, and they're paying out as in the form of like a coupon payment or a dividend payment. Right now, the yield is 67% a year. And that will float based on how much they make. Now, if Tesla goes down, this thing goes down. Tesla goes up, this thing will go up. So I wanted to test this out. You can see it's brand new. You can see how low the volume is. And nobody's trading it, but it's just following the price of Tesla. Now, it's not leveraged. So this shows it's up almost 1%. What is Tesla up? Let's see. Exactly the same. So Tesla's up 0.98. This is up 0.98, except this pays the 67% dividend yield. Don't YOLO this mofo either, man. Okay? Don't go stupid like I've seen some of you guys do on Zim. Don't do that. Just buy. If you're going to play it, just pick it up, check it out. 67% dividend yield is kind of nice. Obviously, there's some risk involved. I think that dividend yield will come down as they play this out. Oh man, I had a hold on. Let me see. Let me just put it in here. I was going to read to you what it says so you kind of get an idea. Goddamn ads, dude. Goddamn, dude. Fucking hate sites with these ads. I swear I'd never buy an ad. I'll never buy shit from a company that puts pop-ups in front of me. Damn, where are these at? I found a good write-up on it. I can't remember which site it was. Read this to you so you get it. Okay. The fund will seek to employ its investment strategy as it relates to Tesla regardless of whether there are periods of adverse market, economic, or other conditions, and will not seek to take temporary defensive positions during such periods. In other words, it's going to follow the price of Tesla. In seeking to achieve its investment objective, the fund will implement synthetic covered calls. Now, before you ask me what that is, Google it. Synthetic covered calls. Strategy using standardized exchange traded and flex options. It's non-diversified. So it's the price of Tesla with the big fat ass crazy 60% dividend. I mean, come on, man. How crazy is that shit? So if we'd have picked it up over here, we would have made a lot plus the dividend. It's pretty crazy, man. We'll see how it plays out. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, I don't know. That's why you don't have to buy a whole lot. You just check it out, man. So I started building it with some of the dividends I'm getting. I've added. So I started building a position today. I don't have a very large position, only about $500 right now. But 67% dividend yield, I wouldn't mind getting back in it or adding to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm back in my day trade MFG, by the way. Let's see. What's up, Rob? What's up, Robert? What you doing, man? I see you looking handsome as ever. Which ticker was it? TSLY, man. How many times we got to say it? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? Everybody can hear me? Looks like it. So, what's up, Sam? TSLY, man. my new book I'm working on, man, called Chaos to Cash. The Part-Time Millionaire Series, Part 3, Order of Chaos. This is going to be good. It's got a little mix of a lot of the things that I've talked about. Yep. Nice. Good stuff, man. It's been fun putting this together. A lot of charts, a lot of stuff, a lot of talking. Hopefully everybody ends up liking it. So, not too big. I'll let you know when it's done. So, back in my trade here. Where's my anchor point? Right here. 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, and we're above the 5. See how that goes. It will blow out in real time. Come on, man. Turn that update on. There we go. Yeah, so back to the Tesla. You can see this is the actual Tesla stock. It's right above the 20. They're all coming together. You know, if I was trading, this would be here's my stage 1. There's my stage 2 breakout. It's not really ripping, but it is technically breaking out. And my target would be somewhere around $200, probably going to hit the 200-day moving average, I imagine. So if I'm in leverage it, TSLL is 1.5 times. So Tesla's up almost 1%. You see the TSLL is up 1.4%. And it's only $9. So you can play 100 shares would turn $900 into $1,200. And then the other one is TSLY, which is the dividend play, and it's the same thing. It's a, move and could go higher. So pretty cool. That's what I'm doing with my gains from Goog-Ggll. Goog-Ggll hit the first target, which is the RSI banging 70. Yeah, I was talking to someone today on a one-on-one, and we were talking about when's a good time to sell a stock. Now, I'm not talking trading. Trading, you sell a stock because it hit your target or whatever you were planning to do. I'm not talking trading. I'm talking about when's a good time to sell a stock. Never. That always blows people's mind. Be like, well, what if you're up 100%? That ain't a good reason to sell. You're going to sell a stock because you're up. So because you're making money, you're going to stop making money. Like you're going to sell it now because it went up. That's dumb. When's a good time? What would have been so let's look at Coca-Cola here for just a second. Oh, look, it's trying to break out, baby. We'll see if it breaks out. Now, this is going to confuse guys, especially if you're in your 30s. It'll confuse you. You'll be like, I don't understand. So if you look at, now this is an extreme example. If you look at Buffett's play in Coca-Cola, he started buying in 1982. 7 years later, he had finished buying, was 1989. He had bought all that he was going to buy. It took 7 years to fill the position. Takes time to fill a position, guys. For me, it's like 3 or 4 years, 5 years. He's doing it in 7, whatever. And then during that time, it's run up, come down, run up, come down, run up, come down, come down. When was a good time for him to sell it? When he was up 200%? Should have sold it. Well, today, so he had $1.2 billion in it by 1989. Today, the dividend pays him $750 fucking million a quarter. A quarter. So when was a good time for him to sell it? Sounds like never. So, one thing about stocks is, and that confuses people, man. You never sell them. There's no need to, man. If you're doing it right, there's no need to sell them. Now, trimming one is one thing. Like you trim a little. Let's say it's trading at a premium. So if we look at Pepsi right now, Pepsi's trading, it's one of my largest positions. It's trading about 20% over value. Should I sell it? Why would I sell it? It was at $100, it was trading over value too. Should I sell it there? You see what I'm saying? When are you going to sell it? Why would I sell it? I don't need to sell it. So my return on Pepsi, I make about 6.5%, 7% on the dividend. And we've talked about that. And if you're confused about that, if you go to my newsletter, I have a little video there in the front. You might be, let's see. I have a little video there. It talks about time times amount times yield, and I break it down. The longer you hold a stock, oh, look at our day trade. We're in the money right now. That you hold a stock, the larger your return, not just in principal, but in dividend as well. So I have about $9,000 in Pepsi, and it's gone up another 11,000. So my position is 20-something thousand. So, you know, I'm collecting a dividend, but I only got 9K in it. So as that dividend pays, you could divide it by its current price, and yeah, you're going to get like 1.7%. But that's not where I bought it. I bought it 14 years ago. So my dividend yield is much higher in Pepsi than someone buying it today. And that's what happens through time. If you go look at Buffett's position in Coca, the fucking return is ridiculous. It's like 100% a year or some crazy shit he's getting. Yeah, so these dividend yields, sometimes people tell me, oh, they're too small. No, that's because your brain's too fucking small. You don't understand the power of time, of owning assets over periods of time where your return grows exponentially over time as well. Great day trading. Chris says caught it 28.14. Let's do an audit on Chris. 28.14. Oh, you're trading during the day. I got to back up the time. Let's back it up. I've been in and out a lot today. Let's see, 28.14. Oh, you're right over here. Just at the breakout. A little slow, aren't you, sir? That was pretty close, but not perfect. There was your anchor point. That was the bottom. 1 bar, 2 bar, 4 bar. But this was your buy point. What was that? You should have got in at 28.03. You're fucking up, Chris. You got in at 14, huh? So you waited on the breakout, right before the breakout. Not bad, dude. Not bad. Are you in the money flow, man? Let's see. Good move, though. Nice play. A little late. Hope you weren't trying to impress me with your 10-cent late purchase. You're 10 cents off, man. Next time, get it faster. Good trade, though. I'm sure your mama would be proud. Let's see. I'm not. You were 10 cents off the bottom. Let's see. You get your shit together, Chris. You were trading with me, you would have bought it at fucking the right price. If you were with me, you would have bought it 10 cents earlier. Get your shit together. I've always invested in index funds. That's code for I don't know how to invest in stocks. It does pay dividends, but what would you say is the best dividend stock to buy today? I'd say you need to learn about fucking stocks because that question doesn't make any sense. What do you mean by best? When you say best, you mean like who's your best friend? See, a best stock and a best friend are different. So I don't know what you mean by the word best. What do you mean by best? Get what I'm saying? If you say, well, what does best mean? What's best to me would be a stock like Walgreens. One of the dogs of the Dow. It's beat up right now. It's come down. It's setting up. I think that's best. But the best performing dividend stock in my portfolio right now is Pepsi, McDonald's. So is that what you mean by best? Ones that are doing the best? Well, you don't want to fucking buy this. You should have bought this a long time ago. So then they say, well, what's your favorite dividend stock? Well, what the fuck does that mean? Favorite? What do you mean favorite? Like your favorite kind of ice cream or your favorite girlfriend? I mean, your favorite, what do you mean by favorite? So you got to define these terms, man. My favorite kind of stock is one that's beat up, man, that has problems, that has more risk in it. So I don't know what you mean by favorite. So what I would do is spend some time, studying these things. Index funds are fine. If you're into real estate and you're a realtor or you're a real estate investor, index funds work just great. I wouldn't suggest jumping off into individual stocks if you didn't understand the money flow and you don't enjoy it, man. I wouldn't do anything I don't enjoy. Let's see. I try not to. So you see that movement, right? That's the money flow right there. So as I'm watching this stage 4 decline, I'm trying to tag the bottom. I don't want to do like Chris and fuck it up and buy late. I want to buy the exact bottom. I know people are like, well, you can't do that. I can. I do it all the time. So now within 4 bars. So we'll let this set up, but this has got to get above that 5-day moving average. Remember we talked about that. And remember look how wide these are. Now you can't go up till those start to come together. See, there's Chris, not in the MFG yet, but I've been following your newsletter for the past 3.5 years. Wow, you're a big spender, sir, following my free newsletter. Let's see. You got T-Rex arms, Chris? You ever see a T-Rex dinosaur? They got those little bitty arms. I think we just got knocked out of the trade. You ever see a T-Rex? They got those little bitty arms. They can't reach their wallet because their arms are so little. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't reach. I'm like, hey, man, I'd love to do it, man, but my hands, they just don't reach my wallet. For some reason I was made a T-Rex. Let's see. Now, my office manager says you're not supposed to make fun of your followers and that if I would stop doing that, I'd probably have better results. They always want you to stop doing everything that's fun and pleasurable. Don't drink coffee. Don't smoke cocaine. Don't drink beer early in the morning. Can't do anything fun. Let's see. Don't make fun of people. Let's see. Don't do anything fun. If you find it overtly fun, don't do it. The only things you should enjoy is fucking kale and yoga and being really nice to people. Really nice to people. That's what you should enjoy doing. Kale, yoga, and being really nice to people. And long sessions of meditation. Don't enjoy shooting things, punching shit. Don't enjoy that. Don't enjoy that. Let's see. Where are we at? You got me all sidetracked, man. So as far as favorite right now, I really do like Walgreens, one of the Dogs of Doubt. Also is part of our Bread and Butter series, which is shameless plug for the new book here, Part-Time Millionaire Series, Part 3. Where we talk about this strategy, chaos to cash. And look at us going down. Stage 4 decline, right? Broke the pivot point, took a small loss. Now I'm for the setup. Yeah, let's look into AT&T. I know a lot of people were buying it. Remember, I've been saying you got to wait. This stock cannot get above its 5-day moving average. Look at this. It just cannot. At some point, this thing is going to rip, and the moment it starts to rip above it, that's when you're going to want to hit it. If we get a doji, or what I call a Jesus cross, what we have right here, that tends to be a reversal. I might say fuck it and buy early. We have support, right? Support and resistance. We We have a box, right? The moving averages are starting to turn. Can you see that? Everything's turning. This shows you the momentum is done to the downside. And yet, price can't get above the 5-day exponential moving average. So, but is that my favorite dividend stock? No, it's not my favorite. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. Let's see. But I do have them in my newsletter. If you go look and you can see what I'm targeting and what I'm buying and what I put up. We always do that, man. It's in the very back, page 34. So my playbook all week is based off my homework on Sundays. So that's what I'm doing is right here. Been trying to do audios. I just haven't. I'm being honest. I hadn't done them because I haven't fucking felt like it. So I don't feel very fucking motivated to keep giving people free shit. Just read it, consume it, don't do shit with it. Don't cry and run away either, Chris. Like Curvy did the other day. People don't like being told that. They run away. Let's see. How do you think the Taiwan-China situation will impact the stock market if it goes bad? Don't really give a shit. How about that? Like the fact that you're even spending time on that. You need to get some friends, sir. What were we looking at? I mean, I really don't know. I don't really think it matters. I think it'll go up or down. I'm 100% positive it's either going to go up or down, and maybe you might look at, oh, we're steadily going down now, so we're just waiting. We're waiting. I don't think it matters, you know. I don't think it matters. They asked Buffett that question too. You know what he said? I don't know. Like, who gives a shit? Who cares? Like, I mean, what are we gonna do? We're gonna put together we could short China. Is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna go in and put together a short position on China. Let's see. Looks like it's breaking out to me. China's going into a stage 2 here. Prices are now above the 20. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with any of that stuff. The dollar. People have been talking about the dollar. And if you go look, the dollar's breaking out right now. Look at that. It was this morning. Look at that. Total fucking collapse of the dollar as it goes higher. Yeah, I don't think that's something we need to worry about, man. You need to learn the money flow, man. That's what you need to learn is the money flow. That's what you need to learn. You don't even have all my courses and you're worried about fucking China? Come on, man. Like, you need to worry about the shit you can control. You need to fucking get the 3 keys down: health, wealth, and mindset. That's what you need to worry about. You need to worry about being a good dad. Don't worry about fucking China. You need to worry about taking care of your wife. Don't worry about fucking China. You need to get your ass out of debt. That's what you need to do. Don't worry about China. Get your shit together and get out of debt. That's what you need to do. Don't worry about fucking China. You need to get it together, man. You've been in the wealth squad as well. And in the wealth squad. Well, that's cool. That's cool. You're right. Chris needs some more money. SPY's been in stage 3 for a month. What is the longest you've seen a stage 3? Months. Has it been months now? Let's see. Yeah, I guess it has. Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even have started counting it till like right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't know, a couple weeks, bro. I wouldn't say that's months. A couple weeks. You can't count over here. It was going up. So it's only been there for 14 bars, man. Yeah, it's only been 14 bars. But yeah, it could go a lot longer. It could go a lot longer. Um, any market you like? I like them all, bro. No, I haven't bought any real estate lately. I haven't bought any real estate lately. Wait, Chris, are you the Chris that was hitting me up about the fucking MFG app? Let's see. Of course, I'm still buying ETRN. Yeah, we've been here a minute. I mean, I wouldn't even count this over here though. So it's been like 14 days, maybe 14 days. So I don't know. You know, it's about the same here. Chris, are you the Chris we were talking about the MFG app? And over here. Yeah, I don't know. Spy's looking okay. I think we go higher, man. I think the market looks pretty good. I think we're about to break out. You know, I had one guy the other day talking to me about all the volatility, and I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, this is just normal shit. Look at the chart. Like, it's all normal, man. What's volatile about right now? Let's see. Oh, goddamn, dude. You guys are just letting me fucking sit here while the market's breaking out. TQ's breaking out. Nobody's even telling me. See, I'm over here talking about Chris, and the damn thing's breaking out. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Um, okay, it wasn't you. That's even better. I was waiting on that dude to join the MFG. Never did, so never moved forward with the project. Let's see. So we got a stage two here, right? We got a bottom, got an anchor point. Price got above the 5 day. Here's our entry. And thanks to you guys, I'm fucking late. Now I'm trading like Chris. I get in 10 cents late. I should have been in right there. But now I'm in over here. And yeah, we were working on an MFG app. Then it dawned on me the app maker's not in the MFG. The fuck am I doing business with him for? And then that would be our targets. Yeah, we're working on something to make the trade alerts a little better. And I was trying to bring in some other traders to help me. And but everybody's so busy. I can't do it, Gerald. I'm so busy. So that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I got an idea for the app where we have different sections that in our channels we would have. God damn, this thing's selling off now. Where we would have different sections, and you could be alerted, and you could pick and choose which ones you want to be alerted to, and all that good stuff. And then when on my board, whenever I finish, it would go into the system, and it would automatically alert when these things hit what we're trying to hit. So when it hits, it would show. So these would be on the home page. Be on the home page, set up in red or in white. So you would have it would stream across the top current stage ones that are buys. And then when a stock would break out, once we enter into the system, it would be screaming. You'd have a stream saying breakouts. And then you could be alerted. A lot of good ideas there. But the big part is keeping it secure. That's the hard part. And I would do that, but it's hard to do that because everybody's like Chris and you just read my shit for free and then don't buy my books or courses. So I can't afford to fucking hire someone to make it better and do that. So thanks, Chris, because of people like you, the MFG doesn't have an app now. Thanks, sir. Glad I could do a lot for you. Let's see. So that's what's up, man, because everybody gets to enjoy it for free. We don't have better stuff now. That's called fucking socialism. That's how it works in America, too. When you get free housing, the rest of it's fucking paid for it. That's how it works. So all the people who love the money flow and all the work and everything and help support it, they get to pay for all the freeloaders who just watch and look at the newsletter for free. So it's like a socialist trading room. It's a big socialist society. So everybody with your T-Rex arms who can't reach your fucking pockets, don't worry. Other people will pay for it for you. And you can just watch for free. That's how it works. Let's see. Not just Chris. There's a whole bunch of you on here. Chris is he's just the name I picked. I could take the other 70. Oh, there's 73. So I could take the other probably 45 of you and say the same shit. So that's where I'm at. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little fucking irritated because there's a lot of people like that. The other day, a guy's like, hey, man, I want to thank you, man. I've made like $60,000 following your stuff. And I'm like, really? That's funny because I don't know who you are, bro. I didn't get a Christmas present, a fucking card, a thank you. You haven't bought shit. So I'm happy you made 60 grand. Thanks for letting me know. Look at this. Now it's coming down. Let's see, I had another guy the other day. Man, since meeting you, my God, man, I've learned how to, they're telling me, I'm like, really? Because I don't even know who you are. You don't comment on my post. You don't like shit. You're not on my thing. So how am I supposed to know, bro? You don't even leave a comment. So that's where I'm at on that. Now, I've been advised by my social media advisors that I'm not supposed to talk like that. Gerald, you're not allowed to say those things. You're not allowed to make jokes like you do. That's what they're telling me. So, like Andrew Tate, I may get banned here soon. That trade is moving against me. God damn it. I knew I shouldn't have got in this late while I was trading. All right, we'll wrap up, man. Now I'm off track, man. Now you guys made me yell. Let's see. Trimming Google here. Hit the RSI target. I'm just kidding, man. Relax. Everybody's looking at me. Let's see. I literally have a person looking at me going, I thought you weren't going to do that anymore. I'm not, man. It's the last time. Promise. It's the last time I had to get it out of my system real quick. You follow a guy for 3 years. Yeah. Michael thinks that's weird. Michael came to my house to meet me before joining the group to buy the book in person and then join. How about that? Well, he was already in Texas, but went out of his way and drove a few hours to meet me and go through that. But I mean, it'd be hard. Chris would have to click a thing and then go over. I mean, that's really hard. Getting in your car and driving 2 hours, that's easier, obviously. Let's see. Yeah, so Google right now is hitting the stage 3. And so, I mean, me personally, I would trim it, which is what I did. And I'm going to assume this is the top. This is the top. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's not. We don't know. That's why we're just trimming. And then I'm going to start drawing the stage 3. And I'm going to assume that that's what it is. Stage 1, 2, and then we went into a 3, which turned into a 1 again. And now we've broke out into a 2. And I'm assuming we're going to go sideways. You get what I'm saying? I'm assuming it's going to go sideways. I know. I'm blaming Chris on that trade. Let's see. He got me all riled up. I'm just playing with you, Chris. You opened yourself up. You admitted to doing a late trade, even though it was very profitable. Let's see. Let's check Bitcoin before we get off. The altcoins look terrible. I mean, the altcoins are just getting smashed, dude. And now Bitcoin's breaking support. So it looks like we got a stage 4 decline on Bitcoin right now. That's not good going into the close here. I mean, it's close. We'll see what it does in, the after hours. Depending on where you want to take this. I'm going to say right around in there. Yeah, I mean, if it breaks here, we just assume it's coming back down to the previous low, somewhere right around in here. But there's a whole bunch of boxes over here. So, yeah, 200 days probably where you're coming. We don't know that. So we're going to do the same thing on the way down. We're going to wait for that RSI to go extreme. We'll start assuming that's the bottom, right? So look, RSI extreme, we assume that's the bottom. We don't know that until price gets above the 5-day. That's your confirmation. And so if you're looking at that, that's where I'm a buyer if I'm a trader. And then what? I'm gonna ride it up. RSI goes extreme, and what? I start getting out. That's the money flow, man. And then look, I don't get out if it's going. I mean, I just hold the rest, and then when it bumps up, if I'm trading, RSI goes extreme, I take more down. So you would have taken some down, and then now as this rolling over, I'd be closing out the trade. And that right there, my friends, is the money flow trading system of price moving through the 4 stages of price movement. That's it, man. That's what it's up. That's what's up. Let's keep this going. I love this song. Watch the TQ do its thing.